You are not watching this by coincidence. Somewhere inside you, there is a quiet awareness that time is slipping past faster than you would like to admit. Maybe tonight, this is exactly the reminder your heart has been waiting for. Allah opens this chapter with an oath, by the passage of time. Whenever Allah swears by something in the Quran, it carries a lesson worth deep reflection. Here, He swears by time itself. Time is one of the only things shared equally by every human being. Rich or poor, young or old, strong or weak, everyone moves through the same passing hours. Yet it remains one of the most overlooked blessings we are given. Every moment that passes becomes part of our record. Every hour is either invested in what lasts or spent on what quietly fades away. Maybe you have felt this yourself. Days blending into weeks, weeks blending into years, and somewhere in between, you forgot to ask where all of it was actually going. Then, Allah delivers the verdict, surely humanity is in grave loss. Not some people, not occasionally. Humanity as a whole immersed in loss. Imagine a traveler moving steadily toward a destination, surrounded by distractions on every side, interesting sights, temporary pleasures, endless diversions. He becomes so absorbed in what surrounds him that he forgets where he is actually going. Yet the journey continues regardless. This is the condition Allah describes. A person may gain wealth while losing their purpose, gain comfort while quietly losing their connection to Allah. The destination keeps approaching whether we are prepared for it or not. Maybe you have asked yourself quietly, late at night, where is all of this actually leading me? But then comes a single word that changes everything. Accept. Accept those who have faith, do good, and urge each other to the truth, and urge each other to perseverance. A moment ago, humanity stood under one verdict. Now Allah opens a door out of it. The first quality mentioned is faith, not by accident. Faith is the foundation everything else rests upon. Without faith, good deeds lose their true purpose. Without faith, truth becomes only information. Without faith, patience becomes nothing more than forced endurance. Faith is not simply acknowledging that Allah exists. It is a conviction that settles into the heart and quietly reshapes how a person sees their entire life. A tree cannot bear fruit without roots. In the same way, righteous deeds cannot flourish without faith planted first in the heart. Maybe your faith feels distant right now, buried beneath busyness, distraction, or exhaustion. That does not mean it is gone. It means it needs to be revived. After faith, Allah mentions righteous deeds. Faith begins in the heart, but it does not stay hidden there. It moves outward into the way a person speaks, forgives, worships, and treats others. A prayer offered sincerely, a kind word spoken gently, a quiet charity no one else sees. These are not small in the sight of Allah. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "The most beloved deeds to Allah are those that are done consistently, even if they are small." You do not need extraordinary moments to prove your faith. You need ordinary consistency. Then Allah adds a third condition, and urge each other to the truth. Faith is personal, but truth was never meant to stay locked inside one heart alone. It is meant to be shared, gently and sincerely, between believers who care for one another. No one was meant to walk this path entirely alone. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "The believer to another believer is like the bricks of a wall, each one supports the other." Maybe there is someone in your life quietly struggling right now, and a small reminder from you, a message, a dua, a moment of encouragement, could be exactly what softens their heart tonight. And finally, Allah mentions patience, not a private, silent patience, but one shared, and urge each other to perseverance. Truth shows a person where to go. Patience is what helps them stay on that path when it becomes difficult. Faith requires patience. Worship requires patience. Even hope requires patience. The Prophet, peace be upon him, endured rejection, hardship, and loss with unwavering steadfastness, not as passive resignation, but as trust in Allah through every circumstance. Maybe patience is the very thing you are struggling to hold on to right now. Maybe you feel tired of waiting, tired of trying, tired of believing things will get easier. Allah has not forgotten your effort. Every moment of sincere perseverance is seen by Him. Imam al-Shafi'i once said that if people reflected deeply upon this surah alone, it would be sufficient for them, because it summarizes the entire path to success and salvation in only 3 short verses. Faith anchors the heart. Deeds give it visible expression. Truth keeps a person aligned with guidance. Patience allows all of it to endure through hardship. This surah teaches us that success was never meant to be measured the way the world measures it, through wealth, status, or recognition. A successful life is one spent growing in faith, performing righteous deeds however small, encouraging others toward truth, and remaining patient through every trial. So tonight, ask yourself honestly, if today were added permanently to your record before Allah, would you be pleased with what it contained? The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Take advantage of 5 before 5, your youth before your old age, your health before your sickness, your wealth before your poverty, your free time before your preoccupation, and your life before your death." Time is not simply passing around you. It is quietly writing your story, moment by moment, whether you notice it or not. The wise heart is not the one who watches time pass by. It is the one who fills it with what truly lasts. So before you sleep tonight, whisper this sincerely: "O Allah, help me to remember you, thank you, and worship you in the best manner." And ask yourself one final, honest question. If this day were the last page added to your record, would you be at peace meeting Allah with it?